Good morning, Dr. Reid and Dr. Watt. Thank you for referring Mr. Rubin to my team here at Speech Clinic Australia. I can confirm his assessment results are consistent with a diagnosis of a motor speech disorder known as hypokinetic dysarthria, which is a very common motor feature in Parkinson's disease, which you mentioned in your referral letter to me. During our assessment, we observed specific speech features, including rapid and blurred AMRs, which are not expected in any other type of motor speech disorder, short rushes of speech, a variable speech rate, mono-pitch, mono-loudness, and imprecise articulation. Mr. Rubin also displayed a masked face, which is a common feature of hypokinetic dysarthria, and a resting tremor in his right hand, which are two other additional confirmatory signs to support our initial assessment findings and diagnosis. We use the ASHA Quality of Life Scale assessment tool to measure the impact of Mr. Rubin's dysarthria on his quality of life and participation in communication activities. Now, in terms of treatment, we explored two different options. In the first situation, Mr. Rubin asked us how we could improve his speech. And so we spoke about the Lee Silverman Voice Treatment Loud program, which is an evidence-based treatment program designed specifically and originally for patients with Parkinson's disease that targets vocal loudness. And how it works is by focusing on this single speech attribute, it actually can improve his articulation and reduce Mr. Rubin's speech rate, and this would help him to effectively communicate more with his family and grandson. The treatment approach works by retraining those sensory perceptions of normal loudness and the motor plan or motor output required to achieve that loudness. It is a high-intensity regime. It involves a lot of practice to help Mr. Rubin reach a healthy level of fatigue while teaching him to use his breath effectively for a louder voice. And by the end of therapy, you should be able to maintain a louder voice in and out of the clinic and in everyday conversations. We also discussed an alternative therapy plan, looking at compensatory strategies such as using augmentative alternative communication devices, apps and voice amplifiers, and how his wife could do things at home to support him, such as providing visual and verbal cues to speak up and slow down and controlling the noise level. We then also discussed that a psychologist joins the team to help him with his low moods and extend support to his family. And with support from a psychologist, Mr. Rubin would like to start therapy on his vocal loudness and speech clarity to improve his quality of life. And I look forward to working with you and supporting Mr. Rubin and his family.